The media has been awash with the pathetic story of the death of Miguel Ovoke, a 4-year-old boy who was reported dead under suspicious circumstances. This ugly incident has led to public outcry with Nigerians as well as the parliament seeking to investigate the true scenario of the matter.
Further concerned about the negative image this act will leave on our country in the sympathy of nations if such is not addressed. Mr. Speaker, we pray as follows. Observe a minute's silence in honor of this deceased young Miguel Ovoke. Constitute a special ad hoc committee to investigate the circumstances leading to this untimely death.
The House is to set up an Ad-Hoc Committee to investigate the matter and report back to the House for further legislative action. In a related development, the House moved in favor of a motion on the importance to have security presence in schools across the country.
Mr. Speaker, with an estimated 60 school staff kidnapped and 14 killed, 25 school buildings were reportedly destroyed during that period. The majority of these attacks took place in northwest Nigeria, where we had about 49 attacks, followed by north-central Nigeria, where we had about 11 attacks. Mr. Speaker, the House is concerned that in Nigeria, the number of out-of-school children, as per the report from the UNICEF, was put at 10.5 million, Mr. Speaker. I repeat, 10.5 million. Before the effects of the conflict, humanitarian crisis and COVID-19 pandemic we have felt. One wonders at present what the figure will be due to the effect of these numerous attacks in different schools across the nation. Mr. Speaker, the House is very disturbed that the embarrassing situation has continued to adversely affect the educational sector and Nigerian economy in several ways, calling for all-inclusive approach to arrest this situation.
Also at plenary, the House moved in favor of a motion seeking to investigate the security breach that led to the escape of Binance executive from custody.
Concerned that persons suspected to have committed such atrocious crimes against the state of Nigeria, with already overburdened security challenges, were kept in a guest house in Abuja instead of lawful custody of the Department of State Service or any other approved custodial facility. Further worried that the escape of the Binance executive from the office of the National Security Advisor using a smuggled passport is, to say the least, most disappointing, embarrassing, and disturbing as it portrays the porosity of the security architecture of the country to the world. Disturbed that weeks after the unfortunate escape and inability of the security forces to arrest Nadeem Anjarwalla, the Kenyan police arrested him on 22nd April 2024 as the International Crime Police Organization moves to extradite him to Nigeria as soon as possible to face the allegation leveled against the company.
Meanwhile, a motion into the urgent need for the restoration of national grid to northeast sub-region and upgrade the transmission conductors in the region was adopted.
Whereas the current state of transmission conductors in the northeast sub-region is inadequate and outdated, leading to transmission losses and inefficiencies in the supply of electricity to the region. Whereas the lack of reliable electricity supply hinders economic development, industrial growth, and social well-being in the northeast sub-region, impacting the lives of millions of residents. The House do resolve as follows. 1. The House urgently calls on the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, to prioritize the restoration of the national grid to the northeast sub-region to ensure uninterrupted electricity supply to its residents.
The House has adjourned plenary till Thursday for further legislative action.
Mr. Speaker.